Hi, I'm Merrick Hurley, and welcome to Montreal for round 7 of the Formula One Championship. Coming up, we'll hear about drivers under pressure. We'll take a tour of the circuit where Lewis Hamilton won his first Grand Prix. We'll hear from Murray Walker and his Grand Prix greats.
It's a fantastic location. Very, very good circuit indeed.
And there's news about Silverstone. Lewis Hamilton described his win in Monaco as the highlight of his career. It was a fantastic performance, and now he could really put the pressure on his rivals with another win here in Canada.
You just have to put all that outside stuff out of the way and really focus on my job, and that's to enjoy myself and do a solid job for the team.
Lewis went from pole to podium last year in a race that saw that huge crash involving Robert Kubica. A year on, Kubica is performing well for BMW, but his teammate Nick Heidfeld is one of the men under pressure. Nick has dropped behind the leading group of drivers with a 9th, 5th and 14th finish in the last 3 races. Canada is a good track for Nick, and he finished 2nd here last year. Also under pressure, Timo Glock of Toyota. After retirement in his first 2 races, his best finish was 9th in Bahrain. But he's still positive.
In the last couple of days, there was too much things going around, and at the end, I think we will discuss that in the next couple of days. And but there is just one goal at the end, and that's to be one of the top 3 teams.
Our third driver under pressure has got to be the most worried. Renault's Nelson Piquet has only managed to finish twice this season, an 11th in Malaysia and 15th in Turkey. And the really bad news? Renault gave him the dreaded vote of confidence this week. Waiting in the wings are 2 drivers from the GP2 series, which is where Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg and Heikki Kovalainen all came from. The men to watch out for are the nephew of the great Ayrton Senna, 24-year-old Bruno Senna, who leads the GP2 series at the moment, and 23-year-old Portuguesa Álvaro Parente, who Renault have already given a test drive to. Right, let's check out the circuit here in Montreal. Here's Ralph.
The Montreal circuit is situated on an island in the middle of the St. Lawrence River. So, as well as Formula One cars, you also get to see ocean-going ships right up close. Fantastic! Montreal is one of the fastest circuits on the calendar, and it's also really tough on brakes, especially Turn 1, where you need to lose just under 200 kilometers per hour in a couple of seconds before turning right at Virage Senna, where Takuma Sato passed Fernando Alonso last year. Then it's pedal to the metal and up to 258 as we head towards turns 3 and 4, where the G-force is amazing. Now we build up speed again before braking for turn 6, a sharp left-hander, and through turn 7 and Pont de la Concorde. This is the fastest part of the circuit, up to 318 alongside the lake, towards the right-hand turn 8 and the left-hand turn 9. All the turns here at Montreal seem to come in pairs. Now it's full speed again, almost 300 towards L'Épingle. This is the tight right hairpin, where even at 56 kilometers per hour, the marbling can end your day if you get off the racing line. So great care going through here. It's also where Robert Kubica had that accident last year. Now it's power on again, up to 316 along the Droite du Casino, where Anthony Davidson hit that groundhog last year. And finally into another right-left at turns 12 and 13, followed by the Wall of Champions, where the mighty have fallen many times over the years. There it is. Last year, Lewis went from pole to podium to score his first ever win in Formula One. Can he do it again?
For years, F1 Supremo Bernie Ecclestone has been demanding that Silverstone, the home of the British Grand Prix, upgrades its facilities. Last week, Silverstone received planning permission to build a whole new pit and paddock facility. The pit and paddock complex will be moved from its current location between Woodcote and Copse to the straight between Club and Abbey. Those 2 corners will be reconfigured, and there will be a new pit lane, garages, a race control building, media centre, hospitality and paddock. F1 legend Murray Walker is with us on every Grand Prix preview. Let's hear what Murray has to say about the Canadian Grand Prix.
It's a fantastic location. Very, very good circuit indeed. Very demanding on the brakes. And My first year of doing all the Grand Prix was 1978. And what an emotional race that was in Canada, because it was the first time the Canadian Grand Prix had been held. It was won by Gilles Villeneuve, who was Canadian, and it was his first Grand Prix victory. And Canada absolutely erupted. But if the Canadian Grand Prix was emotional for the Canadians in 1978, the Canadian Grand Prix in 2007 was certainly emotional for the British, because our very own Lewis Hamilton, who had been on the podium in every Formula One race he had driven up to the Canadian Grand Prix, actually had his first victory there. It's a quite incredible achievement in a year that was unparalleled in the annals of Formula One for Lewis Hamilton. Let's hope he does it again.
So how do the standings look going into the Canadian Grand Prix? Let's check it out now with Ralph.
Monaco turned it into a three-horse race, with BMW and McLaren very close on the heels of Ferrari in first place. And in the Drivers' Championship, it's a four-horse race, with Lewis overtaking Kimi to take the lead, but only by 3 points.
Last year, Anthony Davidson had beaver trouble here in Montreal. Let's hope the track stays clear of wildlife and we have a great Canadian Grand Prix.